Welcome back everyone, my name is Takriva and this is Stellaris Utopia, but now we are on the 1.6 patch Adams. And while we can probably continue the game that we were playing when I got sick with the Igarian Star Empire, I think there's something interesting new available with the 1.6 patch that I want to try out. So we're going to make a new game. As you can see, I've made a lot of nations over the past weeks, mostly to play multiplayer with a lot of people. I've been playing a lot of multiplayer. I'm digging this game. And what I'm going to create is a new empire. For a start, there are 3 new appearances in the game. If you didn't get the Creatures of the Void, you will also get the Creatures of the Void for free. You can get it on Steam, make sure you get that. It's totally free. But we also have the Anniversary pack, a Portraits pack, which adds a dragon with, it's a fairy dragon, obviously. They add this they call a larva. It's like a massive larva. And they also added the one that I'm going to play, Peacocks. We're going to play Peacocks. But we're not going to play just any Peacocks. No. We're going to play some really weird Peacocks. Actually, I like the name Sin. See if we can get it back. Takes a while before you get there, sadly. Eon could also work. Come on, get me Sin back. There it is. Sin. We are the Sin. Here's the thing. We're going with a hive mind. I'm going to play a hive mind, which means that we're going to pick the hive mind name list and with no prefix. They changed some things about hive minds and added some things. I'm going to go adaptive. And let's see. I'm gonna take weak because, well, it gives us an extra point, because I also want to have nomadic. Adaptive, weak, nomadic. Actually, if we were to take this is the new combination that Paradox made for humans, that humans are now adaptive, nomadic, and wasteful. And we might as well do that the same way. It's actually good, and without weak, we actually have some other bonuses coming up. There are only 2 standard names for the leader of a hive mind, so we're going to be the Synaptic Nexus. And there are some colors, holy crap. See here in the background, there are new rooms added. There are now a total of 20 rooms. The final 4 rooms are generic rooms with different colors on them. They're probably, I think, used by, mostly by Fallen Empires. And all the other rooms are decided by the personality of the species. Now, I'm going to go with this one, but you can't really see it now, can you? If we go to appearance and for a second take the humans, there are some skulls in the background. Let's go back to the Peacocks. So that is that. Let's find name and class. I'm going to start in the Sol system, just because of this hilarity. Homeworld name will be Earth. Star name will be Sol. Actually, Hive Mind Prime will be the homeworld name. So, I have this. We're gonna pick mammalian cities because I have this idea in my head. So we are a hive mind. We are a devouring swarm. What basically happened, and this is just the headcanon for this game going forward, a brain parasite somehow got loose into the wilds on Earth, and instead of it going all Planet of the Apes, it all went Planet of the Birds, and in particular the Peacocks. They started to rule, and they ate all the humans on Earth. And the brain parasite connected all the peacocks together into a single hive mind. And yeah, that's where we basically end up with the Peacocks ruling over Earth. They have no better idea of Earth than being mammalian buildings, or human buildings. So we are wasteful, so aesthetic is like, why would you pick that? We're gonna pick divided attention because I have a certain plan of playing this. Now, Devouring Swarm is new. It is a fanatical purifier type, but specifically tailored to hive minds. Where fanatic purifiers get fire rate and other things, the Devouring Swarm also cannot engage diplomacy. Xenopops will always be eaten. They gain society research from eating pops instead of unity, which is what fanatic purifiers do. They get ship hull points as well as hull regeneration instead of fire rate, which fanatical purifiers do. We can actually check that, by the way, by just going to fanatic purifiers. So fire rate, army damage, tradition cost from Xenoslaves, and may use Armageddon. While Devouring Swarm, it gives you hull points and hull regeneration, gives you army damage, it gives you biology research speed increase massively, and also the tradition cost from Xenoslaves. So if you have Xenoslaves, you're starting to eat them. They don't cost you anything. So we're the Sin entity, the Sin Hive. The Sin Hive sounds fun. So we are a Devouring Swarm. Since we are on Earth, I'm not going to take the Paradox one, but I'm going to take a human one because the Brain Parasite has no better idea of the concept of art or anything than the humans. So... and they are from Earth, so they're going to use this as a flag. And we are light teal, so we're going to take light teal. Well, teal as our color. And we'll do this. Orange, teal with dark blue, sounds good. So we took over Earth, so missile weapons. We have nukes, it sounds logical. I'm going to play this on a hyperspace-only map to make it even more interesting. And again, since even though we are birds, we use mammalian ships because we had no better idea. So, the species biography. After a failed research development into the cure for cancer, just a new type of virus, a new type of parasite developed, and it took over the birds on Earth. While lethal to mammals and other species, I'm just gonna go out on a limb because of their dinosaur ancestry. Avian species overcame the parasite, but it had a side effect. They started to think alike, like a hive mind. After the different species of birds fought each other for dominance, strangely enough, the Peacocks arose on the top of the food chain and have stayed there ever since. Now that they have developed hyperspace engines, the parasite compels them to devour the rest of the galaxy. Now that they are the only large species left on Earth, besides the Polar bears. Polar bears. The cold somehow immunized them against the parasite, and the peacocks just don't like to go there to kill them off. There. I know it's freaking random, so actually it should be the peacock hive, really. Yeah, I'll just do that. The peacock hive, the plural, the peacocks, adjective, peacockery, which means the empire name will be the peacock, peacock prime, peacock consciousness. The peacock consciousness, that is what we're going to play with. Now, we're going to play on a huge map. I'm going to play with a few more AI empires than I usually do. And they're definitely going to want Spiral. I want some more empires because I want this to be an aggressive campaign. I want to go all out. It means also a few more advanced starts, not too many. Max Fallen Empires, I'm going to limit that to 2 just in case. Actually, no. Yeah. No, let's limit that to 2. Habitable worlds, I'm just going to go to 0.75. Let's make it a little bit less. Actually, just leave it at 1.25. That's fine. Yeah, aggressiveness, difficulty, I'll leave those on normal. Because I'm still playing this for fun, not to try hard and be the best at Stellaris. Even though I'm reasonably good at it. Hyperdrive will be the only FTL method in the Galaxy Empire placement. I want that to be random. Advanced neighbors off. Probably the good idea, especially being a hive mind. Endgame Crisis on. Iron Man mode, I'll just leave it on. And let's go. It's not my first Hive game, but I know some things about Hive. And so, at the dawn of time, we awoke. The mind studied our surroundings in Hive Mind Prime with a multitude of eyes. We moved as one, building shelters for the drones. Yeah, that's totally not what happened. Remember the headcanon we have. So, welcome to Hive Mind Prime. They even renamed Earth because they could. So, let's see. Let's go survey the solar system. Let's get... would actually not be bad, getting gravitic sensors first, actually. Ooh, hard choice. I'm gonna go with monthly influence, because influence is one of the hardest resources to gain as a hive mind. Because hive minds do not, well, devouring swarms or fanatical purifiers, no, actually hive minds, it's just hive minds. Hive minds do not get factions. Everyone is always happy. Governor, autonomous drone, 68. Who is our leader? Our leader is Hive Mind Synaptic Nexus. Ruler traits is just immortal, because there's actually not a single ruler. The hive works as one. That's the idea behind it. So we do have the Devouring Swarm. Hive Mind operates as a single organism more than a state. The population has no free will and acts as an extension of the hive mind itself, much like the limbs of a body. When cut off from the mind, these drones become comatose and eventually wither and die. Any free individuals on planets owned by the mind are attacked and killed on sight, as any immune system would deal with a foreign agent. Now, let's see. Continental worlds, ocean worlds. Also, a 25 continental world in our neighboring system. That is really, really good. Now, sadly, we only get a size 16 home world, but we are going to start producing a autochthon monument, because I feel they're really important. It's really important to get your early Unity on. Now, there are some changes that I don't like about the patch. Most importantly, Planetary Survey Corps has been significantly nerfed, so I'm still going to go into Discovery and to boldly go first, because the anomaly fail risk and discovery chance changes are really good. Maybe I'll still pick up Planetary Survey Corps, because even though it says now it's gone down from a 3rd to a 10th, the minimum is 3. So right now we would actually get more from it than we would ever have had in the early game. So it's still reasonably good. Yeah, we are the Peacock consciousness. And we already found minerals on frickin' Luna. Of all places, we need to build a mining station on Luna. Good thing as well about being a hive mind is the fact that we don't get pirates. But I do want autonomous drone number 65. Seriously, another 65? Are you kidding me? I did remember. No, it's 68 on. Okay, that's fine then. We don't get pirates because hive mind cancels or, well, turns off the tutorial, and pirates are part of the tutorial. And on top of that, we all think as one, why would we steal from ourselves or have any need for piracy? So there's that. Hey, we found more minerals in our homeworld system. Gonna be even way more. It's a nice start when it comes to minerals. Did not expect that to happen. And now the reason why I went with habitability, adaptive. Now, hive minds got changed slightly, that they get increased growth speed as well as increased habitability because of the new system, the way it works now. They added those to hive minds, so you get 10% bonus habitability. Picking adaptive turns any planet's type. I'll look at the species for a second for that. It's the easiest way to do it. It turns any planet type to a minimum of 40% habitability as long as it doesn't have a negative modifier on it. So, but hive minds are not affected by happiness, which is, and there are two things that habitability does. It reduces the growth speed, which is countered by being a hive mind now, and it reduces happiness to the maximum of the habitability on the planet. With happiness completely out of there, so what if we grow our people a little bit slower? We will have any planets in the galaxy we can colonize from the get-go, as long as they don't have any negative habitability modifiers. And there's still some habitability tag to take, so yeah, it's really good. On top of that, I took nomadic for the specific reason is your planets will fill up, because you will have many planets. When they're filled up, it's better to have cheaper resettlement cost. So yeah, there's that. We could have gone with industries or anything other useful things that would have helped our actual people get better. Ooh, that's a 3 there. Here, I don't need those minerals right now. I would rather get the unity early on. Also, because we're hive mind, we get bonus unity as well. Are you guys freaking serious? Are there no more planets in this western area? Hey, look at that. You're gonna go there. You're gonna go build me that mining station when you're done. Wow, still so much to do in this system. I do find it funny, despite the naming list, it still forced certain names on the Sol system. There are many other people around. But yeah. Not having to care about colonizing any planets. That's why I'm surprised I don't see any around here, simply because I know that they will show up as yellow on the map. Because of how I set up our people. There's nothing here yet. It's very interesting though. That means that no one else can really get there. Nope, nothing, and nah, it's out of range of sensors, so I cannot see that yet. Hello, what was that? Amoeba. Yeah, sure. It's Mars. We found Mars. And that means that we found a terraforming candidate. That's standard now for the Sol system. So I'll just take it out of there. It might be some bonus experience, I'm not 100% sure. That's another of those things. I just need to go to Venus and wait for more minerals. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date in the future. The Peacocks are gonna go devour the universe. I'll see you guys later.